are experiencing a rather blustery morning this morning. Right now it's -8 Celsius. It's trying to snow. Wind is kind of gusty out there, and I'm glad I'm inside here at the model table and not outside shoveling snow. Anyway, I did come back to the model table last night, and I think probably in order to better understand why we are where we are, let's just do the rollback and get it over with. Well, here's what's happening. Right now, at this very moment, my poor little laptop is doing its best to process episode 1088. Or is it 78? 78. Yeah, in other words, today's episode. Well, today's for right now. Oh, here we go again. Anyway, yeah, and what it's doing is it's taking about 11 times as long to process as the video is long, and it turns out that the video is about 29 minutes long, and it's about 11 to 1. In other words, if the video is 1 minute long, it's taking 11 minutes to process. And that doesn't include having to upload it to YouTube. So I already know that the episode is going to be late. In about 26 minutes, my neighbor's going to be over for coffee. However, I was thinking about something I had said while I was doing my editing. And I had said that I can't fold this little piece online because it's just too awkward. But I thought afterwards that maybe what I could do is I could hold it in the tweezers and hold it down on a certain spot so that it didn't move around. That might work. I might try that a little later this evening. We'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, we're just going to have to see how it goes. Well, a lot has happened here in the last 4 hours. My neighbor has come over for coffee, and I was mentioning how I thought the episode was going to be late, and we were sitting in the computer room having our coffee, and we're watching the upload happening, or rather the process happening for the rendering in the on the laptop, and it wasn't very long, and I realized that it looks like it's going to make it. And in the meantime, I'd already put out a little video saying today's episode was going to be late, so I'm kind of feeling a little bit stupid at that point when I realized that I was going to have to pull that video, which I did. But some of you did see it and comment, and anyway, that's the way it goes. Can't win them all, I guess. Anyway, I've got this all the little parts here, and they're ready to be. Well, some of them are going to have to go on here. Just let me zoom you in a bit. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll put the macro lens on. You'll be able to see them a little better. I am noticing, though, that the wax pencil is definitely leaving a residue. Not serious, and not where it's going to, stop the parts from gluing to the plastic, but it was just surprising. Now, mind you, when I'm looking at them, here, let me put the macro lens on, and then we'll talk. Yeah, I was noticing that if I was to touch a flat surface with a wax pencil, and then if the light would reflect off of it, it would, you could see that there was a little bit of wax left there. Now if I can get it to drop, there we go. All right. But I don't think it's going to really seriously stop us from being able to glue these parts on, unless, let me get Mr. T's pointing device here. Okay, now I remember talking about this a year ago when we did this before. This little dimple that you see here on the bottom of the seat, it has to fit into the pedestal part of the seat bracket. I remember we were able to do it before, and it did sort of work out. It seems to me I did damage one of these too, if I'm not mistaken, and we're probably going to do it again. But I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try and be careful. And I had talked about maybe I could hold one of these and show how I bent it, but I concluded that it was going to be just too awkward to do. And all I did was I held the piece in the tweezers and bent the what you might call the wings down at the folding line, and then I squeezed it from the sides with a flat tweezer, and that seemed to work pretty good. All right, let's see if we can continue on here. It's a lot easier for me to just sit here and talk about it instead of doing it. So, okay, enough poking around. Life is what happens to you while you're making other plans. Okay, I had actually planned on putting some of these parts on, but you know, I was editing out the last couple of scenes there, and while I was waiting for my laptop to do a particular procedure, I was falling asleep, and I thought, you know, this is craziness. I think I'm going to call it a night here. Yeah, it's 8:45 already. So we'll see you in the morning. Okay, it is the next morning. A rather blustery morning. Now, we will put the macro lens back on here. But I do believe there are little marks on the top of these. Like there's one here, and there's one here. And I think that that is where we are supposed to try and glue these at an angle, like this. I'm pretty sure that's the way it's supposed to go. Yeah, something like this. So that maybe I should check the manual. Yeah, that's what I'm getting out of it here. Okay. Now we are going to have to decide which part are we going to glue on first, the seats or this little gun sight. You know, like the seats are probably going to be a little bit less easily damaged than the gun sight, but then on the other hand there are 4 of them. Now this gun sight has to, I just have to reposition it in the tweezers here. Okay, it's supposed to go like this. You can see the little marks on the top of the cylinder where these are supposed to sort of attach to. Now my thinking is that if I was to take and put a tiny little bit of CA here and here, and then get this thing so that it starts to cure, then I could let go of it. It'll probably stay there, and then I can reinforce it later. Now that's my thinking right now. If I don't lose this, have it ping off into oblivion. Okay. Yeah. Now, if this doesn't work, I do have a plan B. Okay, I'm wondering if I shouldn't maybe make up some sort of a jig here so that, okay, I'm sure glad I can edit out the dead spots because I kept dropping this thing. No, if it would just stay like that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead with plan B, which is not as good, but it's better than nothing. And plan B is just let it glue on just like that. And then adjust our sight later. Maybe I could move it back just a little bit here. Like this. Let's get it straight here. Okay, and then what we will do is we will tilt this gun sight forward so that it's perpendicular to the world. Now, mind you, it might have been adjustable. I don't know. I think this is about the best I can do. I can't get it to stand up on its legs, if you know what I mean. So let's do the other one now. I'm just going to do it the same way. I'm just going to lay it on there. And I know that's not the way it's supposed to go. Try and get it square at least. Okay. Yeah, it's that looks pretty good. Pretty good. I don't know, this one arm is kind of bent in. I don't know if I can do anything about that now. I think I'm just going to leave it. You know, at arm's length, we're not even going to see those. I think it was a week ago yesterday that I gave iTech Systems the go-ahead on the new computer build. So I'm expecting any day now to be getting a call saying, hey, your new computer's in, come and get it. Okay, at least that's my hope. Now, is the new computer going to be remarkably better or just a little bit better? I got a feeling it's going to be remarkably better, but there's only one way to find out, and that is to actually have it perform the same task as the laptop is doing right now. Now, my desktop, it's pretty hard to do a test right now with the settings that I've got because it just won't edit. So I think the video card in the laptop is actually better than the video card in the desktop, and that's the problem. The processor, I think, in the desktop is slightly faster. But anyway, I know this doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it kind of does to me. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm taking a screenshot of the process today, the rendering today in my laptop, and I'm going to save those exact same files. And when we get the new desktop, we'll get it to do the exact same thing. You know, the same files at the same quality, and see how much faster the rendering goes. I mean, that's about all I can do is to, you know, get it to do the exact same thing. and then you'll know how much faster it is. Anyway, it's interesting to me. Well, at least it has stopped snowing outside. But you know, I'm going to have to call her quits for this afternoon. I got stuff I want to do right now. I probably will come at this again this evening. And yeah, I guess that's it. So thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll be seeing you tomorrow.